Tim Collins with Cullman today. I'm out once again at the finish line now at Mud Run 2017 at Stony Lonesome OHV. We're at the finish. Deputy Moore is putting baby oil in this giant black culvert pipe where the participants are required to slide down it into basically a filthy, muddy cesspool. I'm with Doug Davenport, Cullman County Parks Director. Doug, you guys totally redid this course.
Yeah, this is our third one, Tim, and we've had a lot of people say, well, they wanted it to be tougher, wanted more activity to do on it, so we thought we'd just make it extreme this time, and I really thought we'd have some people complaining, but that's all we've gotten is compliments about how much more difficult it was, and that's part of a mud run, is they like it to be difficult and test your strengths.
Well, the times are much higher, aren't they? You had a little story about a young lady who thought she could knock it out in about 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, last year, same little girl that won it last year, she told me earlier she would run it this time in around 26, 28 minutes. And I told her if she ran it under 30, I'd give her a free entry fee to the next one. And her time was 54:18.
So, wow, it's double.
So yeah, even though the course was about the same distance, the agility of it and the hills, and of course last night's rain made it a little harder too.
Now, Doug, I don't have an entry fee, but I'd be willing to put $25 up if I can entice you to get some baby oil from our deputy and go down the tube.
I'd make a $25 donation not to have to do it, Tim.
All right, Doug, that's weak, but I don't blame you. You got to finish this out. Now, here, let's talk about what's happening here. We got our participants coming in.
Okay, yeah, this is the end of the finish line. They'll actually slide in, and they're just keeping the tube barrier greased just to help them slide into the finish line. Well, by this time, sometimes it gets backed up, but they're not in no hurry because they're give out from the hills.
You know, what I find amazing is you, law enforcement, EMS, and even the participants are all spending money to do this, or getting paid to do this.
Yeah, and we had people from Tennessee and Georgia come in from this town. There's a lot of people, they just travel from different states and drive all over the place to participate in this. And it's not so much about time. We put those that's serious and want to keep their time. We put them at the front of the pack. The rest of them is just for fun. You know, it's just good family-oriented fun.
Now, Doug, up in the distance on the top of the hill, there's like a military vehicle with a bunch of tanks. What is that?
That's where you can wash off. We got 8 water hoses that's feeding out of that, and that's about 4,400 gallons of water. And last year we thought we'd run out, but it lasted and had water left over afterwards.
Well, you've got a fair amount of EMS personnel. It doesn't look like they've been needed at all. There's no heat exhaustion, nothing happening here.
No, it was a wonderful day. You know, it was a slow, steady rain all last night, and I don't think nobody's even got a scratch or a cut on their legs from the course, so that's a blessing in itself.
That is good news. Now, the weather affected the course, didn't it? We got a big rain last night.
Yeah, I think that probably slowed the times down a great deal because some of the hills, there were some extreme hills. Even when we were taping it off Thursday and Friday, we had to stop and take a breath. Of course, I don't run 5Ks either, but it being wet.
Let's give people an example of how extreme. We're at the finish line. You see all this yellow tape in the distance. You're forcing these poor people after almost 5K to go up and down these hills between trees.
Yeah, this is what Tyler, he wanted to create this at the end. It's called the burnout, where they zigzag up and down this bank about 6 times, and then have to come down the hill and slide into the mud pit at the finish line.
It's crazy. All right, now we got some younger participants.
Yeah, all these that's finishing right now are 5K participants. We had a 1-mile fun run course. Most of those are already completed. Some of them are just doing it again because it's so much fun. But all these are the 5K participants.
Let's try to get back here behind the tube. Thanks for baby oil. Here's our 5K participants.
Jump in there real quick. Hold on to that and give yourself a big push. Go. All right, go. Push. There you go.
Easy cheese, David.
The kids have had a ball.
Now, when you took the oath of office, did you ever expect to be out at Stony Lonesome with baby oil, greasing up culvert pipe?
I got conned into this. But I enjoy working for Doug. He's great.
It's fun out here.
Some good people out here. We have a ball.
We couldn't do it without y'all.
So, do you have the names of the winners?
I've got their pictures. I don't have their names. One of the girls in the office has got their names, and we'll be posting those pictures and along with the names, and I'll get those to you, Tim.
All right, Doug, well, let's go down to the final step. Let's go down to the cesspool.
Okay.
The muddy, filthy, you know, filth's the right word, but it's not too far off.
No.
Now, I offered you $25 to go down the tube. How about $25 to push this young lady in the mud puddle?
Oh, I'd do that for free. She ran it. She works here at the office. This is Haley. Did you not go down the tube, Haley?
Not this year. I did
Oh,
last
have you
year.
not?
No, I'm trying to say as fast as I can. But
So
she's looking
she's
for
trying to find a
there.
shoe.
We've lost a shoe.
Yeah.
She's looking for it in the
I
mud.
think it belongs to Stony now.
I wonder what those used shoes were you're selling up in the office. That's what that is.
We had a cleanup about 2 weeks after last year's race, and I think we found it was 18 or 21 pairs of socks that was just either got thrown down or got lost one after the race.
All right, here's a team lose your butt hurt as I just kicked it. How did this go for you, young lady?
Good.
You having fun?
Yes, sir.
You're not even out of breath. Okay, now we have some mud people coming down the tube. Let's get in position so you can watch them take a dive into the mud. Yeah, Doug, you're right. Next year I'm going to have to invest in some knee highs. We're in luck. We've got a pretty big group coming up the burnout zigzag area. So for those of you who want to hang around and watch some people go down a baby oil culvert tube, end up in a cesspool full of filth and mud, just hang on a minute or two, and you'll get to see that. Now you can hear some music playing in the background. Doug Davenport's taste in music is really upgraded. He's kind of an urban hipster out here. I'm impressed. All right, here comes a big group. They've made it through the burn area. This group looks legitimately tired. They're just dragging their way to the finish here. Well, she got mud on her nose, but you're not going to get too dirty. Okay, here's a serious group. Now, you see how they're coming out of there slow? That's the problem. You got to get some speed at the top. You can't just hope to slide. She snuck in on me. You got to really attack. It's like a slide at the park. You got to decide you're going to go down fast, and then it happens. This young lady's makeup is still perfect. She's not gone head first yet. Now, the temperature of this mud, I don't know what it is, but I would say it's somewhere around atmospheric temperature, probably 70, 75 degrees. I was hoping we'd get some gun-ho people who were going to fire out of this like a bullet, but despite Deputy Moore's best baby oil job, they're just rolling down there. He seems relieved. He's 20 feet from being done. He finished, that's what matters. I think some of these female participants, they've used some kind of waterproof, mudproof makeup. They're coming out of here looking like they just got out of the bathroom or something.
Oh my gosh. Help! Record time, didn't we?
Well, tell me about your experience, guys. How was the track? How did it go?
That was crazy.
If you ain't got any water yet, it's to the right of the mud pit. There's coolers along there. Military truck at the top of the hill you can wash off. There's 8 water hoses coming off it. There's a dressing room for the ladies. Around back, there's a makeshift dressing room, and there's a full bathhouse
Right,
over
that
at
was
the
harder than last year. So it was crazy.
campground if you'd like to take a shower.
So tell me about your
Everybody's made it in
experience.
so far.
At
for
my second
participating.
time,
And don't forget,
This
we're
one was
going to do
harder.
a running with
Much harder, much
Sasquatch.
slower, didn't
much
it?
harder, much longer, much
October
steeper.
28th.
And but you're not nearly as muddy as
But I
last
did
year.
it.
Yeah,
I did it.
you totally
And I
did.
got to swim.
And can you describe what the title of your shirt, Suck It Up, Buttercup,
It
is
says-
really about?
Well, we had to suck it up a few times.
That's awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Now, you haven't lost anybody out here.
We have one.
Well,
Following us.
right here coming.
Yeah, and then there's one more coming, bringing up the rear.
All right, right on.
Woo, Molly!
There's our late finisher. The mud woman coming out of the bog. And that's the finish line here at Stony Lonesome. Times are slower. Everybody seems happy though.